Hello, 8 is receiving students and teachers. Thank you. Sit down. Class, what did we learn in our previous lesson? You can tell us what did we learn in our previous lesson? Eno, what do you think? Very good. Bearings. Okay, class, we've learned about bearings in our previous lesson. Ruben, what are you going to do if you are trying to get a bearing of two places?
Use a protractor.
Protractor, and then
And then from the center of where you're trying to measure, you put it from the center of the protractor and the 0 to north, and you measure it.
measure it in what direction?
To clockwise.
Very good. Okay, always when you are trying to get a bearing of two places, you have to start from north and you measure clockwise direction to the place where you're trying to get the bearing of. Okay, and what is another thing that you have to remember when you are getting a bearing of the two places, especially the answer? Christina, the answer must be written in what?
The answer must be written using 3 digits.
Very good. All the answers for bearings must be written in 3 digits, in degrees form. Okay, 80s and receiving students, for today's lesson we are going to look at latitudes. I believe in grade 7, grade 8 soil science, you have come across this word, which is on the screen, on latitudes. Class, this is what I would like you to do. In your small groups, you are to brainstorm about the word latitude, and you write down what do you think latitude is. I would like you to discuss in your groups what do you think the word latitude means, and you write it down on the papers that I have given you. To the receiving teacher, you can tell your students to write down the meaning of the word latitude on the piece of paper, and then after that we are going to ask some groups to present the meaning of the word latitude. Just any sort of understanding about latitude, you reflect back to what you have heard or have learned in grade 8 soil science and grade 7 soil science. Make sure the answer that you get must come from the group discussion. This is the marker, I know. You find the meaning of the word latitude. Write it down. Mark, as soon as you finish, write it on the paper. The marker is here. Christina, use the marker to write it down on the paper. Katrina or Christina? Your job. Write it down. Write it down. paper is still blank. What's going on? You write it down. Hang on. Write it down.
It's a line. It's a line.
Well, you think, did you learn latitudes in grade 7 and 8, social science? Yes. So what do you think of? Ladies and receiving students, let's look at some of the answers that we have got from each group. Peter, we'll hear from your group. What do you think latitude is?
Imaginary line around the globe.
Very good. Imaginary line around the globe. Lavoisier, your group?
Latitude is a line that crosses over the equator from north to south.
The
Equator
equator
from north to south.
from north to south. Good try. Christina. Sorry, Katrina.
Latitude is the line that passes through the equator, which is known to have 0 degrees Celsius.
Latitude
0
i-
degrees.
Latitude is the
Is the line that passes through the equator.
latitude is the line that passes through the equator. Good try. Let's hear from Mark's group.
Latitude is the line that runs from the north to the south pole of the equator.
Latitude is the line that runs from north to south pole of the equator. Good try. Okay. Mata.
Latitude is the line which passes through the center of the globe from north to south.
Latitude is the line which passes through the center
Of the globe from south to north to south.
north to south. Now, class, all of us have got our different answers. Now, let's look at the screen. Okay, latitudes are lines. Latitude lines are imaginary lines that run from east to west. Again, latitude lines are lines that run from east to west. Okay? Now, let's look at the whiteboard. Class, 80s and receiving students. If you are saying latitude lines are imaginary lines that run from east to west, on the whiteboard, I've got a picture of a globe. Now, there are so many lines on the globe. There are lines coming down from north to south and lines running from east to west. Now, according to our definition or meaning of the word latitude, it says the lines running from east to west. So, on the globe, as you can see, these lines starting from east, running across to west, these are the latitude lines. Okay? The main latitude line, known as the equator, cuts half of the globe, and this part of the globe is known as the northern hemisphere of the globe, and the bottom of the globe is known as the southern hemisphere. Very good. We can say this is the north part of the globe and the south part of the globe. The equator divides those two poles. Okay? Now, to help us understand latitudes, latitude tells the position where north or south of any place that you are looking for on the equator. Now, have a look at the globe. For example, 80s and receiving students, if we have said that latitude lines run from east to west, these are all latitude lines running across like this. We're saying latitude lines run from east to west. What is the latitude for letter A? The degree for letter A. Look carefully. Remember, all these lines are known as latitude lines. Now, if you are trying to find the location of letter A, what do you think the latitude of letter A is? Eno, what do you think? How can we locate letter A on the globe? The latitude of letter A.
20 degrees.
20 degrees? 20 degrees what?
20 degrees east.
Good try. Think. We said latitude lines tells or helps you to tell the position of a place north or south of the equator. Okay, Peter's group.
degrees north.
20 degrees north. If I'm saying 20 degrees north, then it will be letter P. If I say 20 degrees north, then it will be letter P.
30 degrees north.
Okay, 30 degrees north. Class, do you agree with her? Put your hands up if you agree with Peter's group. They answer 30 degrees north. Receiving students, you can tell your teacher what is the latitude of letter A. Now, class, the answer for the latitude for letter A is 30 degrees north. Let's give 2 big claps to Peter's group. 80s and receiving students, can you see how you can read the globe by telling the latitude? On the globe, the numbers starting from 0 degrees going up to 90 degrees to the north, these numbers are on the latitude lines, okay? And they are on the northern side of the globe. So when you get a reading, you have to mention how many degrees plus the position either north or south. For example, A, 30 degrees north of the equator. Is that clear? Because equator is the line that cuts north and south. Let's give another try. Who would like to tell me what is the latitude for letter B on the globe? Latitude for letter B. Latitude for letter B. Eddie, what do you think? What is the latitude for letter B? Sorry, yes. What is the latitude for letter B?
Latitude for letter B is 30 degrees south.
Latitude is 30 degrees south.
20.
80 receiving students, do you agree with Eddie? Eddie, good try. Kove, what is the latitude of letter B?
degrees south.
Very good, 20 degrees south. Let's give it two big claps. 80 and receiving students, now you can tell the latitude of any position on a globe by understanding the meaning of what latitude is. Okay, to help us understand more on latitudes, we are going to do more activities based on the globe. To the receiving teacher, we are going to work in our small groups. You can arrange your students in the small groups to do the activities. 8 days, we are going to stay in our own groups. You open to the page where it says latitudes, and you're going to answer all the questions in the student workbook. You can start now. You should be working in your groups. You share your answers. Letter E. So where's the dot? Think. What does it tell you? What do we do now? Check this. Which letter? Oh, interesting. So? No. Look properly. Think. Ruben, let me see your answer for 3. What is your 3? What's this? Think, think, think. Well, that's the, it's only equator, so. What do you think? Well, you have to be very smart to find it out. Think, and then. So where do the lines of latitude end? They run from east to west, and you will see on the globe it forms a circle. So which number does it cut? No matter if a letter is here, still that line goes to this number. So what is your answer? No. No. If you say 180 degrees, then it's somewhere up here. What number does it cut to? This line here. This is the H line. What number does it cut to? H line. Cuts to what? So that's it. The what? I know. Eight is and receiving students. Let's go through the answers of the activity. We are going to give our answers in groups. So group leaders appoint a presenter to give the answers for the activities. This is how we are going to present our work. Group 1, you're going to answer exercise letter A, number 1. A1, that's for group number 1. A2 for group number, A2 for group number 3. A3 for group number 5. A4 for group number 7. A5 for group number 9. Okay, get ready. The presenters. Group 1, your presenter. The question reads, find the latitude for the following locations. 1, A. What is the latitude for A? Group 1.
The latitude for A is 30 degrees north.
Very good. Group number 3.
The latitude for letter B is 20 degrees south.
Yes, correct. Group number 3. Group number 5. Letter E. What is the latitude for letter E?
The latitude for letter E is 0 degrees.
The latitude for letter E is 0 degrees. Group number 5 says that latitude for letter E is 0 degrees. 80s and receiving students, do you agree with the answer? Yes. Put your hands up if you don't agree. Okay. Richard's group, what do you think the answer is? Ruben.
degrees south.
50 degrees south. Class, let's look at the whiteboard. We've got a very strong question there. The latitude for letter E. Latitude for letter A. 80s and receiving students, which line does latitude for letter E lie? On the equator. Now, how many degrees is there on the equator? 0 degrees. So, is it 50 degrees or 0 degrees? 0 degrees. So, letter E lies on the equator and the degrees is 0 degrees. The equator lies on 0 degrees of the globe. It's not either north or south of the globe. It lies in the middle. So our answer will be 0 degrees. We won't say either north or south. Okay? Now, group number 9. Group number 7. K.
The latitude of letter K is 30 degrees.
Louder.
The latitude of letter K is 30 degrees south.
30 degrees south. Very good. Group number 9.
The latitude for letter H is 70 degrees north.
Very good. 70 degrees north. Okay. To the receiving teacher, for the second part of the activity, exercise B, you can solve the questions after the end of this lesson. With that, class, the summary for our today's lesson. Latitude lines are imaginary lines that run from east to west, and latitude lines help you to tell the position north or south of the equator. Class, the other important thing that you have to remember is Whenever you get the position of a latitude, make sure the answer must be either north or south. But when the latitude of the position lies on the equator, you don't have either south or north, just 0 degrees if it lies on the equator. With that, our key word for today's lesson is latitudes. To the receiving teacher, our next lesson will be on longitudes. So please prepare the materials which are on the screen now. With that, thank you very much, receiving students, teachers, and ATs for your participation.